Martin, for 30 minutes, you were your team were holding their own. Then that 7-minute period, just things fell apart. How do you sum that up tonight?
Well, yeah, it was a tough evening. And we did, as you say, for the first half hour, we were well and truly in the game. And we conceded, from our viewpoint, quite soft goals. And then the game has turned, and suddenly within 7 minutes the game is outside your reach. But they're a fine side, and we can learn from it.
How much did you expect, how much they were exploiting you down that right-hand side, and what's the lessons to be learned in that, given how they were quite relentless at times?
Right, okay. Well, the first thing you do is that that as a defender, that you try and engage the player before that player picks it up and goes into the penalty area. Once he gets into the penalty area, and it's age-old theories and stuff like this here, once the attacker's in the penalty area, he's as safe as houses, because if he's tackled then, it's a penalty. So the sooner that you can engage someone outside the box, direct him away from goal, the better it is.
From your perspective, right, you knew the job in hand and you had to come in and steady the ship. Do you feel as if you could do that without having a window, given what you've seen tonight, and I guess at this level?
You mean talking about this? This is a decent side. They've won 4 games now out of it. I saw them a few weeks ago, as I mentioned to you, going away from home at City Ground and winning against a side that had a great season the previous year. So taking that into consideration, we've got a lot. We've got a lot to do. We've got some young players here in the side that need to learn the game as much as anything else, and then we've got a couple of other players who are really, really good players as well. So who have been winners at this football club. So I'm going to try and marry the two together if it's at all possible.
The supporters who made their way over to Denmark, some of them still, chanting, sack the board, still a little bit of unrest there. What do you say to them tonight who watched, particularly the first half with, I guess, concern? Well,
first of all, I'm very, very grateful that people, it's hard-earned money to come to and support any football club, but they've done it and they've travelled endless distances for that. So I'm really grateful for it. And at the end of it all, what we have to do on the field is win football matches, and sometimes that might quell things for a little while, all that type of stuff. But really, that's my job, to try and win the games and try and just resurrect a little bit of confidence that's been lost in the team.
I go back to that question about the window, and it's not too far away. I know we're only November, but are you in a situation right now where you want to have a window? Are you getting that sense where it's whetting your appetite enough where you think, I want one?
No, that's a really good point. Well, you can't do anything about it because the window will come regardless of whether you want it or don't want it. But
you want to be here, though.
Well, I will be here as long as the football board want me. It's as simple as that. And that could be at the end of the week. It could be after the Kilmarnock game. I just don't know. And
could it be the end of the season?
I genuinely wouldn't know.
Would you want it to be?
Well, I think that you're asking a lot there at this minute. Of a gentleman who was happy enough to do, just get coffees beforehand, and now he's suddenly stepping into this. If you're asking me, in a way, I enjoyed even tonight, and I learned a great deal. You learn a lot. It's a very fine football side we're playing against, and we have to compete. And what I thought in the second half is that we did that. I also think as well, too, I'm just speaking to Peter Schmeichel there, and I think we both felt that Sunday's game emotionally and physically took a lot out of us as well too. So that's the things too. And there's no respite because we go again on Sunday against Kilmarnock.
Let me ask you just this final question. Are you in consistent and constant discussions with the board? Do you know, are you involved in the process in terms of where they're at with it?
No, I'm not. No.
Do you want to be?
No, I don't really want to be either. I just want to be told when my time is up.
Do you suspect that will be? Are you going to plan for yourself as well? Because I guess from your point of view, you want to do your job, you want to do it well. To do that, you need to begin to be able to plan.
No, I think that there is a January transfer window coming up, and I think that all football clubs probably aim for that, to try and strengthen or alleviate situations, whatever they want to do. And that, I don't think that'll be any different at this football club. That to me, January is miles away.
Are you involved in that planning though?
No.
Good. Thank you so much, Martin.
It's a pleasure.